Sometimes my imagination gets carried away with me, and I get so wrapped into these little narratives that I don't actually end up doing anything at all, even though it seemed like a really sweet adventure at the time, in my mind. Like, is it weird to talk to people you don't know on the metro? 'Cause friends are sweet, so trying to make new friends should be sweet too, right? Especially when this new friend you want to make is naturally beautiful, and she's sitting there reading Cat's Cradle with her hair tucked behind one ear. She's wearing a cute little black shirt with white polka dots. And you don't even necessarily need to be friends with her. You could just make her day a little bit better with a nice compliment and put a smile on her face. Maybe something like, "Hi. Sorry to bother you. I know you're reading and everything, and that is a great book. Here we are," and all that, right? Anyways, I just wanted to say that you're one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen. And don't worry, I'm not a creeper or anything. My name's Rob. It's a pleasure to meet you. Tea? I'd love to. But then you stand up, and you are a creeper. And you take a step towards her. You're this huge, mangy goon. The closer you get to her, the farther away from yourself you become until you're 2 feet away from her. And you're this angry, drunk punk kid you saw in the metro last night yelling, "You're all ugly, nobody likes you! Give me money!" But you don't want to say that to her because she's clearly not ugly. You're sure she doesn't need the money, and you're sure that she has lots of people that like her, and you'd do anything for friendship, but you'd never lie to her, and that's a fact. So you're standing there. She's sitting beside you, but you just look out the window. And you never say a goddamn word, and you don't make a new friend, you don't make her day any better, and you don't do anything at all except get off the metro 3 stops too soon, and then you're standing there staring at the ad for the cystic fibrosis kid all deflated on the floor of his art room class, and you realize that you're hollow, just like him. You can't even engage in passing conversation with a beautiful stranger. How can you expect to do any of the wonderful things that life has to offer? Now let's stop. Let's take a sec here. Let's step back. Let's get some perspective. Okay? The second person we've been discussing is actually me. And I can't stand it when people talk about themselves in the third person, so how could I live my life in a second-person narrative? I can't. I will not. Rob is not going to play those games anymore. Rob's life is not going to be a hollow husk of skin kicking around St. Catherine's. Rob is going to talk to beautiful strangers on the metro and befriend them because friends are awesome, as that person and that person, oh, right there, yep, those two for sure, as they can tell you. Rob wants? No. I want to be friends with each and every one of you. I also want to be friends with Tegan and Sarah. I have dreams about being friends with them, and we go on the sweetest adventures.